Welcome to the Hope for the Warriors podcast. I'm Kate Dudley, a military spouse and your host, and we are at the beautiful River Landing. This is the 16th annual Hope for the Warriors Celebrity Invitational, and we're doing this in person because, A, why not? We have this beautiful space, beautiful venue, and I'm joined by two amazing guests. I have four-star General William Spider Nyland and an MLB pitcher, broadcaster, Nelson Figueroa. What a great setup we have here, guys. Thank you so much for being on, too.
Fabulous.
And I know we've had a long day of golfing. It's been warm, but it's been beautiful out. So just kind of give me your take on the weekend and just how did the golf go today? And whoever wants to start it off.
I'll start it off as being the rookie because this is my first experience with the Invitational. So Aaron last year informed me that the Invitational would take place on the weekend of the 24th. And we were all set to go for the 24th and 25th. And I said, what time's my flight home on the 25th? She goes, no, the event's on the 26th. I said, so why did you say the weekend of the 24th? She goes, well, it's an all-weekend thing. I learned that this time around, and so I planned accordingly. So I was able to enjoy Saturday playing some golf, Sunday having an opportunity to compete in the par 3 tournament, meet some amazing people who helped sponsor the event. At the same time, while playing golf, the camaraderie of getting together with everyone who's involved with this great foundation. You guys do such great work. It's something that, since I've been a part of it, I continue to see how much it has grown. I see how much how people respond to it, the access that not only the celebrities are given, but the military members and their families. How much fun this event continues to be. And listen, I'm one of the people who are new. I'm inviting at least 5 more people with me for next time.
That's what
and
we like
maybe
to
some
hear.
scratch golfers too, because minus 23 is tough to beat.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive score. But the whole weekend has been impressive. I've been doing this, I think this is either my 16th or 17th year. And I think this ranks for sure in the top 3, if not the top 1 of all time. And for all the right reasons, because Hope for the Warrior is such a magnificent organization, and what they do for our young servicemen and servicewomen who need help is just marvelous. Help them find stability, sustain it, and be a functioning member of the community. I just love it. And, Robin and Kate and her team and Aaron and everybody. It's just so smooth, so well done, and with such a most poignant purpose. It's just the best.
Well, you really obviously help make that possible. And one of the reasons we want to bring you both on is because we have a long time, member of the Hope family, and then we have a newer celebrity here, kind of getting to experience a lot of this for the first time. And for those that don't know, over the weekend we do a warrior night, and it is just such a fun time, kind of like a kangaroo court. And you really I remember my first time, no one could really give me an expectation. I was like, what do I there's no real words to explain it. And I do not laugh like that much. There were so many moments, and I think that's what makes it so special. So thank you for doing what you do.
Well, I enjoy it. It's, I guess I've always had the gift for gab, and so it's just fun being up there. And, it's, I just come back to the fact that it's for such a good cause. And everybody understands that. And so when you pick on them, they smile, they make a donation, and the night goes on. I mean, what could be better? And I think it's great. We have a script. We do some things that are traditional for a mess night, and then some things that aren't exactly traditional for the mess night, like the pranks that we have, which many of them, are pre-staged, and oftentimes nobody knows what's going to happen. And so the ability to flex, I guess, is what makes it fun. And I just, I don't know, I love the people. I love Hope for the Warrior and what they do. And it's just, it's a pleasure, privilege, and thrill to be here.
Do you have a couple favorite moments from Warrior Night?
As a civilian, you learned about protocols, learned about the proper way to ask for permission to do things, and being granted permission to do things like move about freely, all those different things where if you're a civilian you have no idea, and so that could really steamroll very quickly into a lot of fines. I was fined for being out of dress code. I thought I was doing a service for everyone to wear long pants instead of wearing shorts, and the protocol called for khaki shorts. So next time I will do a much more thorough job of reading the rules.
Yeah.
And that's a part of it.
Always read the rules of the
read the
mess. They are
Absolutely.
subject to change.
Absolutely. And I think that's the fun part about it, is that it's always changing. There's always something a little bit different, because just when you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen anything yet. And I last night was a prime example. There were so many people that got up to not only make a donation, not only tell why they feel moved to make a donation, but at the same time give some testimony about what this meant to them, what this meant to their families. Paying it forward, paying it back for family members who are gone, who have survived or were lost in the wars and whatnot. And it was every branch of the military together. There's camaraderie in there, because again, we are all American and we live in the greatest country on the planet. But when it came down to it, thanking each and every branch of the military for their service, no matter how big or small, it was phenomenal just to see the respect given and respect earned. And I think that's something as a civilian, we have a lot of that kind of stuff in baseball. There's a lot of protocol. Veterans are given the certain things that rookies have to earn. And last night it was great to be a rookie again, because I tell you what, I was watching over my shoulder and looking who was looking at me funny, and it's like something's coming my way eventually. And it was that type of night where you just expected something to happen at any moment, and you guys do such a great job. My hat's off to you.
Well, thank you. It's just a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. And I think over the year, we've tried different venues for it. When I first came, we did it in the Celtic Court like that. Then we had a few years where we took them out and put them in a tent out here in the field and had a field mess. And then we've done it in the big hotel side of the pro shop. But I think that little room there, the Celtic Court, is the best, because everybody is in there. You get the bug to be part of it and to make a difference. And it was a great one. It was a great one, and a lot of fun people, a lot of great people making a difference. And super.
Super. Do you think that we are allowed to share how much we raised about? Are we allowed to share that information? This isn't live,
I don't know.
so
That
we might
would be a question for Robin, since I don't know what the organization wants to put out.
Okay. Well, I can cut it, so if we need to, but it says a lot that we raised hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes. That you can
over
say.
this weekend.
Yeah,
that you can
Hundreds
say.
of thousands of dollars to help our servicemen and women.
Yep.
And that seems like that's something that's obviously drawn you for decades, and you, for a long time as well. And you get to see the faces. You get to see the people that you were directly impacting. And I feel like that's just such an incentive in itself to get up and say, we saw people donate thousands of dollars within 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
There was a call to, somebody would throw down the gauntlet and put up the challenge and say, I'm a small business owner. I don't have tons of money to give, but I'll give $1,000. Who will match me?
Yeah.
And 4 or 5 people stand up. There's $5,000 raised in less than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And there isn't an ego involved in this. There isn't a look how much I did. It's how much we did together. And I think that's the biggest thing. Talking about the amount, and the amount continues to grow. People still continue well after, and maybe they don't want the notoriety. Maybe they don't want to stand up in front of a lot of people and speak. But we get donations still pouring in, and the numbers are just so heartwarming to know that people are so generous with their money, because they understand that it's 92 cents right of every dollar is going right to the people who need it the most.
Yep.
And I think that's the most appealing part about it. And then you get to meet these unbelievable veterans like Greg, who himself was bidding $5,000 for Johnny Bench's autograph plate and all the different memorabilia. And you just see that people not only want to give, but they also want to give back.
Yeah.
There's so much love in that room, and so much respect and admiration for one another. And we're the celebrities, and it's said with a grain of salt. we are in awe of what you guys do to provide us the opportunity to live our dreams and to play baseball and to do television and to be fake Marines and to be fake Navy SEALs in television and TV. I think that's one of the coolest things is that we kind of get it. We get it to a point where I write a check and be like, oh, I gave? I could. But to help raise an amount of money that I couldn't possibly write a check for and see where it actually goes and meet these people and have relationships with these people far after just the one event. That's what I think is the biggest thing that makes Hope for the Warrior just so special and so unique, is that this isn't just a, oh goody, I made a donation. This is, I can't wait to get back and see what my friends are doing. All these new friends that I've made, and to keep in contact and to read up. And like you said, there are things that happen all year long. And so there's ways to look at the website, what's going on with, so-and-so and catch up. It's just a phenomenal organization that as well run as I've ever seen. And one of the things that I think you have to give credit for is even at the top with Robin, she gives credit to everyone underneath her because they make her job even easier because they have learned through the years how to make it even better, more well-run, efficient as possible. And when by the time you look up and want to ask the question, is everything it's all been taken care of, and now we just get to enjoy each other in the weekend.
Yeah, it's pretty special, and the Hope team is so well oiled and so smooth at doing this.
What?
And we can't not mention
Not that kind of well oiled.
we have to mention too Murphy Ventures,
Yes.
who supports us, has supported
doubt.
us for all these years, and their team and their staff. And they all just merge together, and they just get it done. Like Figgy says, you ask the question, but you already know it's already done.
Yeah.
Because they're all on top of it.
Yeah.
And so it's a very, very unique and a very, very special organization, and one whose mission is not going away anytime soon.
The vested interest is there, and that's what I think you see from top to bottom. Myself as a rookie, I'm already trying to figure out how many more events I can help with, how many more events I can do to not only raise awareness and to help raise funds, but again, it's a chance to see friends.
Yeah.
And even the competitions involved. Golf is a great way of having competition. We had the striped bass fishing tournament up in Fishkill, New York. That was another way of having competition, because these guys love to compete no matter what. No matter what. They are, whatever has ailed them goes away for that weekend, because all they want to do is be around friends and compete and laugh and be loved and love on others.
It's great. And every time I drive in here, it's like coming home to family.
Yeah.
I block it as soon as Robin or Aaron sends me the dates, and I got all the time in the world for this organization.
I love that. And, there's a lot to unpack there, but, one thing I was thinking about for kind of both of you, you've been obviously doing this for a long time, and then you get to see new faces like this, and just how important is it to have celebrities like Figgy coming in, and then we're holding you to this. You're bringing 5 friends next year. You're coming back. You got to block out the schedule. Aaron's got you locked down.
That's happening.
In a great way. But it's like, we always say people come back and there's a reason, but it's the camaraderie. It's that coming home. It's a different type of clubhouse for you. But it's like you meet everyone with hope and within this family. And I learned that day one. This is a family. You're part of the family. We're going to hug it out. We are a family.
No
so
doubt.
it's good, I'm sure, for you to see new faces that continue to come back and tell more people.
Well, because it helps spread the story of the mission. And so Figgy says he's bringing back 5 more people. That'll be 5 more people that understand how important organizations like Hope are to be part of the community, to take care of military service men and women. And I think it's great. And the other thing is, and I know that I don't, but some of us are aging, and so we need fresh blood.
Good point.
And so you might be Mr. President, Figgy.
Whoa. Listen, those shoes are impossible to fill, even though you're wearing flip-flops. But I tell you, it's great to see, the faces from all walks of life, reality television, knowing that they care and they want to be involved. This isn't just a publicity, piece for a lot of these guys. These guys are legit vested, wanting to be here. And when they get here, it's not like, okay, I was there for 30 minutes, I'm going to go back to my trailer or back to my hotel room and just hang out. They are there for the long haul. They're there to the wee hours of the night / morning because they don't want to go home. They don't want to, for this weekend to end. You want to spend every last minute around these people. You want to hear their stories. And I think that's the greatest part is that, I got to meet Bob and hearing Bob's story about everything that happened to him, gave me chills. And he was like, I want to hear about being a baseball player. Like my daughter plays softball. And I'm like, no, I want to learn about you and everything. Today I played with Journey, and he was amazing to hear his story. He was a former catcher in collegiate level and has been
I didn't know that.
He's been all over the world and back again. He played in Guam in a league.
Yep.
And so to hear his story about, his service meant so much to him, but he still got the chance to play baseball, to still compete. And we were just, and now I think we're going to be inseparable. I think if he has any events, anywhere he needs me to be, I will definitely be there. And that's part of the networking part of it.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous opportunity to not only to help the soldiers in need, but to hear their stories and really feel where this money is going and how it's helping them adapt to life after what seems like a tragedy and giving them hope. You saw exactly with Greg last night. He got up there and he stood tall. Where you can see when the initial shock of what happens to you when you lose limbs and you lose you lose loved ones and you come into this and you don't know what to do. You could see them with their head down. Greg's head was held up high. And I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about how proud he is. He says, I don't have legs, but I have more than that now.
Oh, yeah.
I have more than, I have family, friends, this hope for the warrior family that he has, where it's not just for him. His family was wounded because of what happened to him. And to take care of the whole family in that network that helps to build him up, he goes out there with pride now and helps others. And listen, Hope does it, it's not just with dollars, it's with time.
Yeah.
It's with the phone calls.
Yep.
It's with checking up on guys and making sure that they're okay. This isn't a one-shot thing. Hey, here we go. We're doing this event. Take care. We'll see you next year. No. These ladies and this group are in constant contact with these veterans who not only love the support, but they need the support. And I think that's an element that is, with a lot of charity events that are done, it's great to do it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this is a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year investment.
Well, and you made a good point earlier. This is not the only one that Hope does. And you can go to their website, and if you don't live near one today, you might be living near one tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And you can call up and say, I want to help. And that call will be well received with a big smiles on the face, and you can become part of the Hope for the Warrior family.
And we would
No
love
problem.
that. Yeah, hopeforthewarriors.org. You can connect and see all the ways that you can help the service members and their families. And I love that you spoke about the stories because that's, I think, one of the most important messages throughout the weekend. And I wanted to share something with you both because I think that you'll just find this interesting, and it kind of gave me chills too. So I was doing a story on John Rose. He's one of the service members that has been with the Hope family for a very long time. Amazing human being.
Yes, he is.
So I just decided to, put a microphone on him, just follow him around for a little bit. It'll be fun. So the first hole, I'm with Wyatt Larkin and Jason Larkin and Hillary Larkin, and they're out there, and we're getting ready to go. And they didn't know I was doing this. This was not planned.
Okay.
So I just I'm going to follow 2 holes. That's all. So I put a microphone on, and they're like, oh, hey, we have a gift for John on the green. So, I mean, if you want to get that. And I was like, okay. So we get up there. They come out, and he goes to putt, and Wyatt is like, hey, you have to use this putter. Really good putter. Just try it. Okay. So he goes up, and he's not even looking at the ball. He's looking at him. He's like, oh, putt like this. Misses it by like an inch. And then he's like, well, look at the putter. He had a custom-made Super Stroke putter with the marine colors, Marines on there, weighted beautifully. A really nice putter. And Wyatt went out of his way to get this for him. John had no idea.
Yeah.
And what I think stands out, though, is Wyatt, they didn't know I was coming out.
Right.
It wasn't like they're like, oh, no, come out.
No, it wasn't a PR
They
stunt.
would not have cared at all if I was there because they wanted to have that moment. And just how special is that? That is like, but that's just one of, I mean, we all hear the stories. Hundreds throughout the weekend. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
But it just says so much about Hope and the people that they just want to do this and they want to get back. They don't want any recognition. Nothing. I feel like you guys are like that too. So.
They do a great job. I played today with Kevin.
Kevin Bender, yes.
You know, and he has a practice that he has. He lost 4 teammates in Afghanistan, and so the last 4 holes, each hole he devotes to one of his teammates that is no longer
okay.
here, and so he tells you the name, the family, how it happened, and I mean, there's water in my eyes. I'm telling him, I said, Kevin, you epitomize leadership and taking care of your people. I said, this is absolutely fabulous. And I mean, it's like having a history lesson on somebody who made a difference for this country.
Yes.
And it was terrific.
I'm so happy to hear that story because I was on one of the last holes with them today,
Yeah.
and he was telling that story, and I just had my camera and I was just listening, and he was talking about the gentleman, and they were lost this week.
Yeah.
Every year,
Yeah.
and he had said the
In
other day.
07.
Yeah.
27 August 07.
Yes, and I know how much this event means to him because it's not the same week, every year, and it's kind of able to. But he said, when he arrived the other day, one of the gentlemen that was lost, he loved rainbows or something, and then a rainbow appeared in the sky.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
And
but
it was a sideways rainbow too.
you know what I'm saying?
I have pictures of it. It's
Yeah.
That's the weird part about something like this, right?
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what that was, but I know when I looked up in the sky, it was different. I've never seen. It wasn't just like it was a part of the rainbow you could only see. It just went from cloud to cloud straight across.
Beautiful.
We
I hope
have
you can send that to
never
me,
seen
'cause I'd
that.
love
I
to
will.
see that.
We can put that on the website because it's
Yeah.
I've never seen it before, and it struck me as odd. And to hear now how the story
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Listen, everything happens. We always say everything happens for a reason, and this world is a lot smaller than you think it is. There's a connection in almost everywhere you go, and in something like this, right? There's people from all walks of life, all different parts of the country, all different parts of the world, and you start talking and telling stories, and you, wait a minute, I know somebody who knows that guy, or I knew about a service member that was in that platoon or whatever it may have been, and it's amazing to see. It's not just camaraderie for the people who are here, but for the fallen, and paying their respect. And even last night in the mess, where we had the whole setting laid out, and they explained that
Missing man table.
beautifully explained it, and it was my first time seeing it. And again, a tear was shed because of how powerful that is.
Yeah.
I have family members who are in the military. I have family members, civil servants, fire department, police department. So anyone who is willing to sacrifice for others, I mean, I got to play a game for a living. And if I can help one person and then help that one person find someone else that can be helped, that's why I do this. That's why I think it's important for myself. And I have teammates who want to get involved. It's always a scheduling thing. But like you said, there's so many Hope events in so many parts of the country. That's going to be huge because we have guys from fantasy camp. There's a list that come up to Robin and to Aaron and say, where can I sign up? Where do you need me to be?
Yeah.
And, we're retired now, so put us on a plane and you put us up and we'll take care of the rest, because all we want to do is have an opportunity to give back, because we were so blessed and so fortunate. I was playing when 9/11 hit, and when there was the shutdown. And we were the first game back. It was the Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves. And it was Greg Maddux. Scott Rowland hit 2 home runs off him. And I remember the crowd chanting USA, USA. And you want to talk about camaraderie and a feeling you never had before? There was no reason to ever think you would hear that chant in a Major League stadium. But it was so poignant. It was so, you know what? We are going to be able to get past this and move forward, but we will never forget what happened that day. And baseball, of course, being America's pastime, it was just such a fitting backdrop, and it helped the nation just take a deep breath and think, you know what, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think that's just a fantastic way to close this out. Talking about those stories, the camaraderie, just this weekend as a whole, and I just want to shout out, all of the volunteers that come out and give their time, because you say people give you things before you ask. I needed a couple of tables for this, and I went back and I was looking the store, and within seconds, it's like I didn't even have to. these guys are right
Oh,
here.
they
no,
know.
no, do
They
not
are-
look.
they already
They
know.
want to help. And, Wendy and Del Murphy for
Oh, yeah.
everything,
They're
everything
incredible.
that they do. They are so humble, and I love that at the VIP dinner they came out and they said, "No, thank you," which is amazing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
give this to us every year. I mean, this is an amazing venue, and we are so blessed.
Yeah, we are.
And-
We are all very blessed, and certainly blessed to be part of Hope for the Warrior, and any and all events, and helping make things better for the young men and the young women who go forward for this nation, so that we can have protection for the freedoms that we enjoy.
Amen.
I love that. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for tuning in to the Hope for the Warriors podcast. Until next time, keep in mind a little kindness goes a long way. I don't know if you've heard the tagline before, but that's it. Hope.
I like it.
It's what our military community needs today.
Yep.